Okay, we're here again on the table that's had a lot of unboxing videos recently. This one isn't for Doctor Who Blu-rays. This one is actually for something different. Now, I have two parcels here. This is the first one, which is, as you can see, has been actually opened already. The reason I did that is because Amazon now have a PIN code for expensive items, and this one was quite pricey. And basically, I just wanted to make sure that what I had just paid for is actually in the box. I can tell you it is, which is why there's a blue tape around it so you don't get the full reveal here. I'm now going to go and open the box for the unboxing here and see what we've got. So the tape makes it a little easier, but we'll open the box. Great with Amazon, they always seem to have a lot of wrapping, as you can see. Bit of paper wrapping here, and here we go. Ta-da! My new phone. The Galaxy A54 5G. Now, I've not opened this box. This box has not been opened yet. I've still to do that. So it's going to be fun to see what's inside, what it looks like, what it feels like, what it is. Now, I have been using the phone that I'm recording this video on, the Samsung Galaxy S9, for 5.5 years. It's got to the end of its useful battery life as a normal phone. It will still be used for filming. This probably isn't the last time the camera that you're seeing this on will be used. It's still good enough for that. I probably will take it to locations and vlogs and do everything with it. But for a main day-to-day phone usage, it's a pain because the battery is running out within half a day. Even if you play a simple app, it uses things up. It's just not worth its purpose anymore. The specs on this is similar, if not maybe a little bit better for the camera and for the video quality. So it's not much of a step up. And there's technical things in this one that I will need to upgrade some kit for sound recording and that for with this one. So it gives an opportunity to do that further down the line. However, at the moment, I've kept saying this about 4 times in the past 5 years. This is the last big purchase I'm going to make. The last one was a telly that was needed. This is the biggest purchase I've made since the laptop, since the PC. So, but it's kind of a necessity thing, and this should last me a good few more years. Now, if you don't know, the Galaxy A series is the mid-range series, and what they do is they have an A1X, an A3X, and an A5X series. The number at the end denotes the year that it's been created for, or the iteration, the version. So 54 would indicate it's the 4th iteration of the series. Just like the S9, just like the S series had a number that kept going up every time a new iteration came out. It's on 23 now. I couldn't afford that. I had to buy this outright as an own handset. I didn't want to get any payment plans because of my situation with house moving and buying stuff. I wanted to make sure my credit record was good. I got some work bonus money. This is the work bonus for me this time round. And yeah, come and join me as we have a look at this, and I'll go through stats and that as we go. So let's open this up and we'll see what's inside. I need a key or something to serrate the package here. It is sealed, so it's not been pre-opened before, so that's a good sign. I did check that. I just want to make sure everything was okay. So we've got the seal here, and I'll use the other key to open it like that. So that didn't work. Right, there we are. Okay. So, is there any other seals on here? No. It should be just this. Oh, that's big. I think that's the biggest phone I've ever had. Oh, that's chunky as well. Okay. Cool. So that's the main phone. And there is the phone and the box and everything else. This is a charger I've got. And here is a £2 coin. So that gives you an idea how big this phone is. I chose black. I like black. And it's got camera stuff. 3 lenses on the back to help with focus. Lots of mobile phones have 3 cameras or more now. It just seems to be standard. Right, let's open up this packet, see what else is in here. It's not exactly the healthiest. Right, okay. Oh, that's good. It's got a wee key thing to put the SIM card in. I'm not going to be doing that straight away. I'm going to do it when I've got time to transfer everything over. Tonight it's just looking at the actual box, and there'll be some road tests and everything in coming up as well. Now in here we have a USB-C to USB-C cable. We have the quick start guide, and we have some guarantees, I think. Warranty information. There we are. So we have some warranty information for different countries. So that's interesting. We have British or English. We have French. We have Dutch. We have the Benelux countries. We have Sweden, and we have Spain. Interesting, all these different ones. But the quick start guide is the one I'm interested in, to set things up, where to put stuff. So if we look at the quick start guide and go through that just now, just very quickly to see what we've got to do, and I'll do it later. So it should have the device, a USB cable, an ejection pin, and a quick start guide, which it has all. You put the nano SIM into it. Now this is unlocked, so it will work with my current SIM. I have a SIM only plan now. That's another thing I didn't want to do, is set a new contract up for credit records reasons. So you put the SIM into the tray, and then that should allow the user manual to go in and have a look on the front cover. So we can have a look at seeing that. It's got a safety notice here, and then that's basically it. It doesn't look like there's much else in here that's usable. It does have some stats though about the power and the certification of the things that are available in it. So it does seem to have some nice little settings when it comes to focus. It seems to have Bluetooth 2.4 gigahertz. It has an MSC chip, so I should be able to scan things and use it for wireless contactless payments. It's got various Wi-Fi bands, which will help to pick up different things. That's something different from what I had before. Anything else? So remove the battery. It's all sealed, which I knew was the case. It's a sealed battery, so it's a case of just going to a specialist to seal the battery. And yeah, we'll have a look at some stats, see what it says, and come back to you on this. So, some stats about the Samsung Galaxy A54 5G. Its CPU speed is 2.4 GHz. It's an octa-core CPU. So its main display size is 163.1 millimeters, which is 6.4 inches. Its main resolution is 1080 by 2340, which is Full HD+. It's a Super AMOLED LED. Color depth of the main display is 60 megapixels, and the refresh rate is 120 Hz. The rear cameras are 50 megapixel, 12 megapixel, and 5 megapixel. It has an autofocus on the rear camera. Its rear camera zoom is a digital zoom up to 10%, and the front camera resolution is 32 megapixels. There's no autofocus on the front camera. The rear camera has a flash, the front camera does not, and the highest video recording resolution is Ultra HD, which is 4840 by 2160 at 30 frames per second, and slow motion is at 240 frames per second on HD. So the storage memory is 8 gigabytes. The storage space for the hard disk is 256. It's a micro SD slot which can take up to 1 terabyte. I haven't put an SD card in it yet, but that's probably one of the things I'll do later. It's a dual SIM, it's an eSIM and one normal SIM slot. It's a nano SIM, and it's got the capacity to take all mobile types from 2G to 5G. It's got a USB-C interface. There is no audio jack. It's a USB 2 version. The Wi-Fi is 802.11 on either the A, B, G, N, AC, AX bands at 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz. It can do mobile data and mobile tethering. It's got Bluetooth version 5.3. It has an MSC chip in it, so you can use it as a bank card or scan things with any smart cards with RF chips in them. It has PC Sync with Smart Switch. It's an Android OS system. It has an accelerometer, a fingerprint sensor, a gyro sensor, a geomagnetic sensor, a Hall sensor, a light sensor, and a virtual proximity sensoring. Its size is 158.2 millimeters in height, 76.7 millimeters in width, and 8.2 millimeters in depth. It's 202 grams it weighs. The battery usage time for internet is up to 20 hours. Playback video is up to 21 hours. The battery capacity is 5,000 milliamps total. You cannot remove the battery, and an audio playback time is up to 68 hours wireless, and talk time is up to 46 hours on 4G. It has stereo support, and it plays MP4, M4V, 3GP, 3G2, AVI, FLV, MKV, and WebM as standard. The video playing resolution is up to Ultra HD, 3840 pixels by 2160 pixels at 30 frames per second. The audio playing format can play MP3, M4A, 3GA, AAC, OGG, OGA, WAVE, AMR, AWB, FLAC files, MIDI, XMF, MXMF, IMY, RTTTL, RTX, and OTA. It does support Galaxy Buds 2 Pro, Galaxy Buds Pro, Galaxy Buds Live, Galaxy Buds Plus, Galaxy Buds 2, Galaxy Buds, Galaxy Fit 2, and Galaxy Fit E, Galaxy Fit, Galaxy Watch 5, 4, 3, the Galaxy Watch Active 2, Galaxy Watch Active, Gear Fit 2 Pro, Gear Fit 2, Gear Sport, Gear S3, and Gear S2. It has no mobile TV capability, and it doesn't have any additional Samsung support. Overall, it's quite an in-depth machine. It's better stats than what I had on my S9, but that's not surprising because the S9 is 5 years old, if not more. It has smart switch on it, which is how I managed to transfer all the functions over, and video wise it's actually quite good. So additional thing here, I did say there was another item to use. This one is just to protect it so it doesn't break it. It is a cover of sorts, and hopefully it fits the phone, otherwise I may have to go back to Amazon with this. So here we are, that's what I got for the cover for it. Protective phone case for an A54 5G. So this phone will support 5G when my SIM card gets upgraded finally, because they will upgrade it eventually. And there's the case. So, same as I've had before, I like these kind of cases, and it does quite easily. Does it? Hold on a minute. Will it fit? Oh, it's tight, but it is going to fit. So there we are. I suppose I want it to be tight than not tight. There we are. So there we are. It's now in its case. And yes, I know I haven't taken off the cellophane. That's the fun bit later on. But I just wanted to show that this is what I got for it. I got a case for it as well. The phone purchase price on Amazon at the time of recording was £399, I think it was. £390, something like that. And the case with delivery and packaging was about £16. So yeah, not bad overall. But as again, there we go. There's quite a long charger, this one. Just to give you a comparison about the old card, I took the case off the phone, so you can see that's the case for the old phone. So you can see how much bigger it is than before. But it's heavier. It definitely is heavier than the phone that I've got now. So it's definitely not using any technology. One thing I do know it doesn't have is the wireless charging. So it won't work if I pop it on here, because this is a wireless pad on it. I do know that it won't respond to the charge if I put it on. No reaction. No matter, I'm not too worried about that, because if it's USB-C and it's a good connection, it shouldn't make a difference, to be fair. So if I do need to use a wireless pad, there's these £5 things that I can use that are kind of limited use. If I needed to use a wireless pad, I can maybe buy a couple of them in the future and just use them for wireless charging. It just plugs into the USB port here, the USB-C port here, and sticks onto the back of whatever you have, and it will make the difference if I need it. But I don't need it right now. I don't want it right now. So this is basically it. I'm happy for just a standard, I'm old-fashioned like that, for the standard USB-C charging. There is one thing I've noticed that isn't on this phone, and that's a 3.5 jack. Obviously that has now come out of fashion. I will need to look at getting an adapter for it. which means initially I won't be using any microphones or anything with it, but I'm not too worried about that because I do have the phone that I'm filming this on now to do most of my filming work, and will be most of the filming work. By the time this video comes out, this unboxing video comes out, it will be my main phone, it will be the one I'm using. But it's there as a phone, that more than actually a filming device. The one I've got, the phone I've got I'm filming this on, is still decent enough for a filming device, and when it has nothing again on it apart from being able to be used as a film camera, the battery will last long enough. I do want to test it. I will do some road tests over the next few weeks and come back with the results. But there we are. That is the Samsung Galaxy A54 5G. And yeah, let's do some road testing and have a look at it and see it all loading up in due course. Okay, we're now a couple of days later. The phone has been charged. I've not had a chance to actually go and do anything, so I've been using the old phone. But now I'm going to go and use the new phone and get that set up and transfer everything over. First of all, I'm going to take the SIM card out of this one and put it into this one. Okay, out of the phone, the S9, comes the SIM card and the SD card. I'll be putting the SD card back in because she's going to become a film camera. But I will be finding the connection for this here. It is actually at the top here. There, I know it's not clearest, but it's there. There it is. You can see it on camera. So there's a wee pin that comes with it, but I'm going to see if this pin will work and make a difference for it. So that's quite compact and neat, this here. So you've got the SIM on one side, and then on the other side you've got a second SIM and a micro SD, although I think it's a virtual SIM, the second one. So I'm just going to take out, I'm going to keep the SD card in this one, because it's going to go back into my old phone in a minute. This SIM card here, now it goes in this way, so obviously the chip that you need to read it is obviously in the internals of the phone, so that's it in there. Let's put it back in and turn it on. Okay, so both the trays are back in the phone, so I'm going to turn my old phone on first. There we are. And then, is that the power button? Yes. And then I'm going to press this one. There we are. Samsung Galaxy. They're all loading up. Let's see how it works. That one's loaded quicker. Ooh, I like the face. I'm just going to put that onto lock just now, so it's not causing problems. This one's setting up. Oh, okay. I see, it's giving me different options. If it comes up Hungarian, I'll have a shot. Oh dear, I just need to get into it. Right, doesn't really matter then, does it? So, okay, English, United Kingdom. That's the language I want. Right, privacy policy. Okay, I'll get to the smart switch screen and then we'll take it from there. Okay, so it's come up with this. To scan the QR code of the other device, so that's what I'm about to do. And then it's going to bring up a connection between the two phones. There we are. Verify it's me. Okay. I'll just do a good old fingerprint. There we are. Continue the setup on your other device. So it looks like it might be picking up the Wi-Fi from the old phone, which is great. Yes, getting your phone ready may take a few minutes. Ooh. Let's see how it goes. It needs to set up features and services from your service provider. Okay. I'll let the phone restart then. In the meantime, I'm going to put this on charge because the battery is playing up, which is the main reason I've got a new phone. It's not because of any devices on the phone, it's because of the battery. So I'm going to put it on charge while it does its job. Just as enough balance there for everything to be transferred over. So it took less than a minute to get to that stage. Let's see what else comes up now. Doesn't say the type, it seems to be a generic operating system now. Okay, it's gone back to getting your phone ready sequence. Checking info. I didn't even need to connect into the Wi-Fi, it's found it through the other phone. How interesting. Is everything going to copy over like it did last time? That'd be good. Copy data from your Android device, okay? Now, get started with Smart Switch. Okay, that's fine. Uses these permissions. So it uses microphone, calendar, call logs, contacts, nearby devices, notifications, photos, videos, SMS, camera, and uses data access. Okay. Transfer your data wirelessly. Nice to do the terms and conditions on this one. Oh no, oh. That's silly. I'll just mark that up. There we are. Right. More. Continue. More. Allow. I didn't realise it was there. Right, we are sending data. What did you just say? Send data. Oh. Blooming battery. That's annoying. I need to wait for the battery to go up. I knew this is going to cause problems. Oh well, I need to come back to it once the battery's charged. Okay, we're back. So I've got this here. I'm just going to send data. Oh. I friggin' hate this phone. The battery, you can just bugger off. Wireless. Get connected. Okay, there we are. We seem to have got something going at last. I'm searching for data. They're connected to each other at last. There was a bit of a kerfuffle about Wi-Fi. It doesn't help that I do have a third phone here that connects to Smart Switch as well, which is interesting. Transfer everything. Yes. Backup messaging in the data app. Yes, I've done that with WhatsApp, so that's already done. So in that case, it's just transferring everything, and this could take a while. Okay, so it's doing it just now. It's going through everything. It seems to be transferring data over, which is fine. This screen's asked me to put some options in about my default search engine, which will be Google. And then we'll have a look at the face recognition and everything in a second. So I'm just going to skip that for now. And I'll come back to that later. More. I agree with Hey Google. I agree with Voice Assistant. It's just going to transfer everything else over, and fingers crossed it works. See, that's interesting. The phone's set up on that side now, so it seems to be working. It's saying O2 with my number up there, which is fine. I can have an eSIM or a proper SIM, which is fine. I'm just trying to make sure the settings are all there. Yes, done, 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 done. Okay, next. My age range is none of your business. I don't want apps. I'll just click later. Yes. Look at that. The background is there. Everything is there. It's just downloading all the apps now, which will take a time. The stuff's already there. If I put it down, it's showing O2 UK. Everything's just installing. I'll let it do what it needs to do. Once it's done, I'll come back to it. Looks like it's going to work, which is brilliant. I'm just going to check one thing. Yes. We're all there. And I'll set up security later. So road testing the phone. Battery life, yeah, it certainly could do 2 days without any issue if you've charged it for 100%. I certainly don't use the phone enough to justify, charging it every night. I do charge it, but I don't run it down completely. I just charge it when I need to, intermittently. I do have a function here to protect the battery for longer of having it charging only up to 85% of the battery. and I'm usually down to about 35–40% by the end of the night. In regards to the functionality of the phone, the loading time is a little bit slower than I think some more things in the background it needs to work with, but once it's up, it's quite responsive. I would prefer the fingerprint screen at the front instead of being on the back. That's a lot easier to work. The screen is very sharp. I do like the response of it, and it does seem to play videos of different types quite well, including some of the formats that I mentioned in the specs there. In regards to recording videos, I would say that the channel update was probably the best example of using it. It was the first time I actually filmed anything, and I actually found the flip button when you press record. When you press record, you can flip between the front and rear camera. There is only one downside about that. You've got to make sure you're not saying anything when you flip between the different views. You've got to time it right, because it does minutely take out a little bit of your sound as it's flipping between the cameras. It does HD quite well. I haven't tried at 4K properly yet, so I don't know the limitations of that. I know it's obviously got the 4 gig limit when it comes to file size, and in the future I think it probably will be okay with merging things together, but there's always limitations with mobile phones which you don't get in DSLR cameras, where if you go over the 40-minute mark or the 4 gig mark of the file size, it will for a very brief second cut out what you've been talking about. So again, you've got to try and plan around that. It seems to be working okay with that. The sound's pretty solid. I haven't used the USB adaptation for headphones or anything yet. I do have something that will do it. I have managed to buy that, but I haven't utilised it yet with any wired headphones. I have been using wireless earbuds, and the quality in them seems to be solid. It's good connection. The Bluetooth's quite strong with that, and the range is not bad either, so to connect over is not too bad either. I do like the media player function that you have in the front that allows you, if you have it set up right, to. And yeah, I'm really enjoying the phone at the moment. I think it's really working out well for me. But overall, I would recommend it if you want a medium phone. Obviously, it doesn't have the bells and whistles. It doesn't have wireless charging. That's not so much of an issue because the USB-C connection is pretty solid. I know that can be a problem in the future, and that could be an issue here with no wireless charging facilities, but I'm actually pleased that the battery's lasting so long. I love the fact you can do 85% battery capacity, and it charges only up to that point. It helps save the battery longer. I can use this phone for 2 days with no use without any issues. I don't see that being a problem really. And overall, yeah, I would recommend it for the cost. I think it wasn't a bad cost overall. It was just under £400 it cost me. I think it's a great experience. I think it's a great little phone, and yeah, I would recommend having it. But that is overall what my thoughts are on the A54 5G. Thank you very much guys for watching this unboxing video. Yes, I know the second half has been audio recorded. That's on purpose, and you'll find out why in the future. But if you like this video, leave a comment, tell me what your thoughts are on the A54 5G. Any questions, leave them down below. I'll answer them if I can, although I can't guarantee it, of course. And if you like this video, please like it, share it with the hashtag teamstructor, hit that subscribe button and the notifications bell so you know when a new video comes out. General rule, new video every Sunday at 4 PM GMT. I'm back next week with a vlog. It's Castle Fraser. Until then, guys, thanks so much for watching, and do you know what? I'll see you later.